I would like to say thank you all of the audience and the PEROSH meeting for the opportunity to share our research with you, and also our previous colleagues that introduced my topic, no? That is going to be related to psychosocial risk on digital platform work and its main factors related specifically with stress. So, the presentation has two main parts. First, I want to introduce the digitalization phenomenon and also why platform work is a good way to understand more about this phenomenon. But I mainly focus on the part about a statistical analysis that we carried out with an European survey because we identified that it's a lack of quantitative studies still about platform work and its relation with stress. So I'm going to start. I think in many presentations about today, we share different approaches in digitalization, but I think all of them has an idea, no? That is, with digitalization, I think we have a great opportunity to reduce and eliminate traditional hazards in OSH, some chemical hazards, as we see, or safety risk. But on the other hand, I think we have a challenge to manage the increase of psychosocial factors, psychosocial risk and in workplaces. I put only two images that appears in a report of the European agency that visualize this trend, no? That I want to share you. And I give you, or I think it's necessary to bear in mind this idea because the study, as I mentioned, of digital platform work could be a good example, no? To delve into the psychosocial risk dimension, no? of globalization. First, in our research, we carried out an extensive literature analysis with its result is published in a technical report with also the statistical analysis that I am going to focus. But I want to share three main conclusions about the literature review. First of all, even physical OSH risk, such as musculoskeletal disorders, accidents, fatigue, digital platform work, are related in many cases with psychosocial risk factors. Time pressures, excessive control, long working hours. So this is a question that is necessary to bear in mind. Second, mostly the evidence-based studies, as I said, that are mainly qualitative studies, interviews, focus group, etc., have demonstrated the emergence of psychosocial risk, such as technostress or cyber harassment. But also we need to consider the differences, like my previous colleague pointed out, no? Between types of digital platform work. Because, for example, we have in the online task the autonomy paradox, no? Platform workers want more flexibility when they start to do it, but then when they are carried out tasks, online tasks, they realize that the flexibility is less because of the performance rating systems of the platform labor. And on the other side, we have that on-location services are more related in the literature with algorithmic control or digital surveillance and also with time pressure. So I'm going to focus, as I said, in the statistical analysis that we carried out. We used the Spanish sample of the Collaborative Economy and Employment Survey, COLIM 2, that is conducted by the Joint Research Center of the European Commission. We decided to use this data set because obviously it has more than 40 and 170 platform workers in Spain, but also because it contains a specific question about a stress experience in platform worker. So for us it's important, and also has other different variables to link or to measure the association with stress. So in this figure I highlight the different kind of variables that we measure related to stress that were, first of all, algorithmic management with algorithmic control and rating system, also traditional psychosocial factors that are common in all the organization, like autonomy or pace of work and social contact with other workers. But also, we identify different non-standard employment condition or precarious working condition, like work at night, work at weekend, work long in hours, moonlighting, percentage of income. And finally, we also use some variables that measure the type of activity or job content. Our quantitative analysis consists in three main parts. First, we did a bivariate data exploration, measure the relation between stress and each independent variable that I showed before. Then we carried out a categorical regression with optimal scaling to measure together different important variables with stress. And finally, we did a decision tree exhaustive child method to confirm the weight of risk and also have a visualization that clarifies the influence, no, of the different factors in stress. So first, of the 14 variables that we decide to use in the statistical analysis, we have 12 that are significance or have a relevant significance, no, statistically significance related to stress. But are 4 with the most related association that are age, frequency of long working hours, the main type of job, and algorithmic control, specifically activity monitoring. I show you the 4 that are more associated. As you can see, the youngest are the platform worker more prone to experience a high level of stress. Also, in the working hours per day, if there are an often frequency to do it 10 working hours a day, the high level of stress is increased. And also, in the algorithmic control, when it's present, there are more probability to suffer stress, and in a specific task, especially transportation and delivery. And we carried out the CAT-REG or the multivariate analysis. We identify 6 factors that are important in relation to stress in digital platform work. Psychosocial or traditional psychosocial factors, lack of autonomy and social contact, but also algorithmic control or digital surveillance. So algorithmic management has a role in the stress level that experience workers. Also, we have a precarious working condition boost the level of stress, especially long hours, but also work at night. And also the main task carried out by the platform worker. When we put these 6 variables in other CAT-REG, we identify that there is like a 15% of all of the variation of stress that are explained by these six factors. So other side is we have a lot to learn, understand more about the stress in digital platform work. And I put also the weight or the more associated variables in this multivariate analysis are the lack of autonomy and also the working long in hours. And finally, I have 3 minutes, okay? We identify the effect size of different psychosocial factors on a stress level with the decision tree method. That visualize, I don't know, first two conclusions, two results, then I am focused in some parts. High level of stress are more related to precarious working condition, but also with the type of activity. But on the other hand, moderate level of stress are also related to algorithmic control and lack of autonomy of workers. As I mentioned, in the high level of stress, in the right side of the present slide, you can see that when asked digital platform workers if they are, do you experience stress in your work? When they are often do long working hours, they are more than 30% say that they experience a lot of stress in comparison to others that are less often, these long working hours. And on the other hand, we have when there are common work lots of hours, also work at night increase the high level of stress. Also, we have that in less often long working hours, transportation and delivery services are the tasks that increase high level of stress. And in the moderate level of stress, when workers carried out other tasks, not transportation and delivery, we can see that algorithmic control and lack of autonomy has an important role. So, in a minute, I try to give you some conclusion of discussion. First, certain psychosocial risk factors are important, especially related to algorithmic control. So, the platform workers in Spain experience more stress when they can't decide of the speed of work, but especially what the platform constantly monitor their performance. Second main result is working in precarious working conditions boost high level of stress in Spanish platform workers. So in relation to the question before, I think it's important to regulate this atypical form of employment. And the third result is the type of activity, job content, is relevant as psychosocial risk dimension in digital platform work. So I haven't got any more time. I can share with you the presentation. And I forget the most important slide, that is, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.